My daughter-in-law sent me an email with a gift list. At the top was a demand for a $100,000 cash gift. She told me if I didn't pay, I wasn't invited to my own son's wedding. She thought I was a lonely old man she could bully for money. She didn't know I had already hired a private investigator. I didn't send the $100,000. I sent a card with a single $1 bill and a stack of papers showing she was $300,000 in debt. I didn't just miss the wedding, I ended it. My name is Richard, and this is how I saved my son. Worked in construction for 40 years. I know how to spot a crack in a building before it falls down. When my son, Leo, started dating Tiffany, I saw cracks immediately. She loved expensive things, but she never worked. When the wedding invite came with a price tag, I knew it was time to go to work. Welcome to family revenge. This is the story of the most expensive $1 bill in history. It was a Tuesday morning. I opened my email and saw a message from Tiffany. It wasn't a nice note. It was a PDF file. It listed different levels of wedding guests. If you gave $500, you got a seat. If you gave $1,000, you got a better meal. But to sit in the front row, she demanded a platinum gift of $100,000. She wrote, "Richard, you have a big business. If you want to be a part of our new life, you need to show us you support our brand. If you don't send the money by Friday, we will give your seat to someone else." I called my son, Leo. He sounded like he had been crying. He said, "Dad, please just pay her. She says we can't start our life together without a safety net. She's been screaming at me for days." I didn't get mad. I got curious. Tiffany drove a luxury car and wore designer clothes, but she had no real job. I hired a man named Frank to look into her past. Frank is an expert at finding hidden secrets. 2 days later, Frank called me. "Richard," he said, "this girl is a disaster. She has 14 credit cards and they are all maxed out. She owes banks over $300,000. She isn't looking for a wedding gift. She is looking for someone to pay off her debts before she goes to jail or loses her car." I didn't answer Tiffany's emails. She sent 5 more. Each one was meaner than the last. She told me I was a selfish old man and that I would never see my future grandkids if I didn't send the wire transfer. I spent that week preparing my gift. I went to the bank and got one single crisp dollar bill. I went to my office and printed out 60 pages of Tiffany's bank statements, her overdue loan notices, and the report from the investigator. I put it all in a big yellow envelope. The wedding was at a very expensive mansion. I didn't go inside. I hired a delivery man to take my envelope to the room where Tiffany was getting her hair and makeup done. I told him, "Give this only to the bride. Tell her it's the down payment she asked for." I sat in my truck in the parking lot and waited. I had my windows down. It was a quiet afternoon until 2 p.m. That's when I heard the screaming. Tiffany came running out of the mansion. She was in her white wedding robe, but her face was red with anger. She saw my son, Leo, taking photos with his friends. She threw the $1 bill at his face. "Your father is a monster," she yelled. "He sent me $1, and he made up these lies about my money. Tell him to send the $100,000 right now or I'm leaving." Leo picked up the papers that fell out of the envelope. He started reading. He saw the $300,000 debt. He saw the credit cards he never knew about. He saw that she had even tried to use his name to get a new loan the week before. I walked up to them. The whole wedding party was watching. "The dollar is for the wedding, Tiffany," I said. "The papers are for Leo. I think he should know who he's really marrying." Leo looked at Tiffany. He didn't see a beautiful bride anymore. He saw a liar. He turned to his best man and said, "The wedding is off." He walked to my truck, got in, and we drove away. Tiffany was left standing on the grass, clutching a $1 bill while her creditors were calling her phone. My son is safe, my money is in the bank, and Tiffany is still trying to figure out how to pay for a wedding that never happened. Sometimes the best way to help someone is to show them the truth, even if it only costs $1.